everyone. So we're doing a reading today. I am my past, my present, and my future. I thought this is such a wonderful readings. We're having 4 piles, and as usual, yes, I want to get like cards for the 4 piles. Okay, so you choose your pile, and then we're going to look into the cards. We have first pile, number 28, man. And look at our beautiful beach decoration. I hope you like it, guys. We have the second pile is the rider pile. I hope you can see this, very beautiful. Okay, pile number 3 is the roads pile. And pile number 4 is the clover pile. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. Choose one of those piles, and then we're doing a reading. I am my past, my present, my future. We're gonna look into what the universe is saying, what was your past, and if that resonates, what is your present right now, what is going on. We're also getting door cards. What is the next door that you have to walk through? Okay, and then we're doing the future, which talks about what could come next for you. Okay, so let's go, guys. I see you at your piles. So hi, pile 1, you chose that man card here. So let's see, we put this in the middle. I put the other ones, the other cards we put to the side. So let's see how we're gonna do this. So pile 1, gonna continue. First of all, I'm gonna get a door for each thing. So this is like the past and your present very close together, because that's how it usually is. You know, you always have your past with you, right? So, and then we have the future here on this side, so a little bit further apart, because this is where we're going, right? We're going into the future. So let's see the doors, and then you can distinguish again if this could be your pile. In the past, we have this beautiful door. We're going to see what this means. In the present, we have this beautiful door. Wow, I love this card. And in the future, let's see what door comes out in the future for you, pile 1. Oh wow, we have this beautiful door. Very pastel-y. Winter is important. Pile 1, the man. You chose the man. I feel this is your divine counterpart. You could have one significant man in your life, or this is like, you know, someone that you really cherish. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what comes out. So first of all, we're going to look into the past. What is going on? So we have the Tower card coming out. Let's see where we put this here. You can't really see it then. Let's put it here then. So what was in the past? In the past, there was a moment in your life that shook your perfect world, right? This could be anything, guys, because every one of you has a different past, right? But many of you could relate to the Tower. The Tower is a fast change of your life, an impact that came down, you know, like something that really changed your life, like some important event. And I feel like your perfect world, you know, we all have this perfect world, because this is what this card symbolizes. This is almost like, you know, this Disneyland door, this, when you look through it, doesn't it look like Disneyland? So this is like, you know, your world was shook by this event and you had to change your life. Yeah, it was something that you did not expect. So this could be something that lies in your past. But what did what has it taught you? Yeah, we're going to look into this, because you cannot change the event again. I see here that something in your past really shook you to the core. This is like one example where your perfect world was suddenly interrupted. Okay, let's see what it taught you though, because you know, these events can be so many different things. It could be different for each and every one of you. But what did it taught you? The Hangman. Well, it taught you that, you know, you are part of the universe, and that, you know, with the Hanged Man, this means that we're all hanging in there, you know, we're part of this big world we're living in. We have to make our own decision in life, yes, but sometimes there are events in your life, you know, you cannot interfere. So this has taught you by spirit that sometimes in life there is no interference. Sometimes in life you cannot choose. It's destiny. It's something that happens, you know, because maybe you made the wrong choices before, or maybe, you know, something else happened and someone else made wrong choices for themselves or for you. But it feels as if you were basically part, if we look at this card here, you were basically part of something where you could not decide in that matter. It was not your decision. Yeah. So that's why I feel sometimes you might even feel still guilty about the things, you know, how things have turned out, because you're still in the past. You know, the thing is, we all have our little world, right? Our retreat, our Disneyland. But, you know, this is about growing up as well. You know, sometimes there are events happening in life we cannot change. We also cannot interfere, you know, because there are more people than just us involved, right? And the universe and destiny and all these things coming together. So if you are still here in the past, the universe really wants to urge you to to make peace with that past. Let's see how you can make peace with that past, because you cannot change it. It's done. You know, you cannot, it's also not repeating. It's in the past. Yeah. You've been through that already. So you don't need to go through that already or next time. So how can you do that? How can you make close to that? Yeah. It's about believing, guys. Yeah, we see this beautiful star card here. It's about belief. Believe that everything was meant to happen that way. Believe that, you know, you only hold your own destiny. You cannot hold the destiny of other people. And you only made your, you know, you make your own choices, right? And if you believe in yourself and the universe, you know, you can make peace with that. Whatever happened here, I really feel that it was something bad that shook you. So you still feel guilty that you didn't do something, or you could have done better, or, you know, things like that. But the universe is saying, basically, if you believe that there is a universe, there is a religion, you know, just believe that everything has its own fate. So, and you cannot influence fate. Okay? This is how you can close that door. And you always have to see how far you've come. Yeah, because this is very important here. With the Man card, this is about the masculine energy in you. And the masculine energy, no matter if you are a guy or a girl, the masculine energy means striving for something, making decisions. And because of that event, that whatever this is, you had to be very much like a masculine energy. Yeah, because you basically, because you learned that sometimes you cannot choose. Sometimes you just have to do, and bad things happen in life, and sometimes we have to leave our Disneyland, you know, to grow up and to start again new, or, you know, whatever this is, you had to do it on your own. And this has really shook you, I feel here. It was like it took your childhood away, something like that. Okay, so now we're going to this beautiful door. Let's see what is going on in the here and now. So we have this Knight of Wands. So this is about your passion. You're living your passion now. You have changed. I also feel that sometimes you wish you could go back to the past and change things up again, but always remember, you know, you cannot change events that have already happened. Like, this is not in our power, you know. So this is about being passionate for yourself, for the here and now. Yeah, the Knight of Wands is someone that does things, you know, someone that's striving forward, someone that's going for their passion. And this is what you're doing right now. You know, you're very passionate about something, and you walk through this door, you go this way. Yeah, I also feel this is about feelings. We see this door is, there's this beautiful dawn here. It's as if you were reborn with a passion that you have. So it could be that you started along the way and suddenly you found something that really made you really passionate, and it's kind of like you are reborn, you know, in the present moment. It's kind of like you found something that makes your feelings, or maybe you remembered, you know, with the Knight of Wands, maybe you remembered something that made you passionate and you tried to move on with that. You try to move on, yeah? So what is the lesson for you to learn now? Let's see. What is the lesson for you to learn now? The Three of Swords. This is about letting go of the pain. Like, you cannot influence, you know, things that other people do to you. This is about, you know, you always passionate, you always striving forward, you always take on your own destiny. But sometimes, you know, other people are involved in our lives, and they can also, you know, string our heart along. So this is about letting go. Your lesson now is to learn to let go, to change people, I feel here. It's like always, it feels as if you want to... you're still holding on to people that were dear to you, but it changed during the course of time. I feel here you're still holding on. It could be to a person, even with a man, to an ex-lover, to someone that your heart is still there, you know, and you're still hoping this person changes. But, you know, it could also be that they come across as the Knight of Wands. So this is someone very passionate, and you really felt the passion with that person, but they kind of left you hanging. So now it's about moving on. How can you achieve that? Let's see. How can you achieve this movement? How can you achieve moving on? Yeah, by using your own strength, guys. By seeing how strong you are and what is inside of you. Yeah. Know that you are eternal. Know that you are, you know, you have this spirit of the lion inside of you. You can move on. Yeah, we're always two-sided. This is also about the feminine energy and the masculine energy. I feel because of your past, the masculine energy and the balance of the masculine and feminine, you know, was broken. So it's kind of like you have a hard time combining them both, the masculine energy and the feminine energy. So this is what you learn now. And by combining this, by really uniting yourself as a whole with the masculine and the feminine energy, I feel that you can really, move on and let go of all of this, right? Okay, so let's see what is in the future. Let's look at what is in the future. We see this beautiful snow door. What is in the future? Wow, I knew it. This is the happy family card. You will find your happiness, pile one, okay? Because I feel here, because of all what happened to you, you have given up on your happiness and you think it's not achievable. But look at this. And remember, what is the color of the rainbow? You see this? What is the last color of the rainbow? It's a mixture of pink and purple. And we have that here as well, right? We have these beautiful, almost looking like, if you look at the beach, you know, I have a picture here. You cannot really see it. But this picture with the beach, it's almost the same colors, this pastel colors, this, you know, the shades being, it's like you will find that life that makes you a little bit lighter and happier than you are now. I feel now it's time to let go of this, I need to do everything on my own. I need to find everything on my own. This is about the happy family. So this is about your own happiness. This is not about like the 10 of Pentacles, like related to money or manifested things. This is your own happiness, yeah, whatever. This doesn't mean you become rich or something, you know. This is about you become happy. You will be a happy person. So let's see what else the universe is telling me. What is this all about? How can you become, Pile 1, a happy person? Okay, yes, walking your path, like keep moving on your path, yeah. We see here she's moving on to the light. This is about moving on. This is about, you know, whatever path you are on, keep being on that path. That path will lead you to this door that you can open, to this happiness door. But because we see it's snow here, I mean, snow is covering up a lot, you know. Snow is like you gotta cover up a lot. You gotta believe in your journey, because I feel here that because of all what happened to you, you're kind of not believing in the universe anymore. What is the key here to open this door? Let's see what is the key to open this door, and then we're shutting off the reading. Wow, the angels. Yeah, this is spirit. You gotta believe, as I said, temperance. Mixing the feminine and the masculine energy, mixing the sun and the moon. You know, we are not only the moon, you know. The moon symbolizes this gloominess, this sadness, that you know, the unlucky situations in life, whereas the sun symbolizes the masculine, the radiant things that happen in life. And you know, one thing is not happening without the other. I feel that sometimes you believe because of all what happened to you, there is only good or bad, but that's not it. You know, life is all about the combination of both of these things. Okay, well, very beautiful. So what is one big advice the universe wants to give you? And then I close off Pile 1. This is such a beautiful reading. Wow. Okay, gonna look at this. Wow, the garden. Yeah, show yourself. Yeah, the garden is about put yourself out there, you know, whatever your passion is, do what you're passionate about, live your life, you know. Try to only see the positive in things. Try to look in when there are negative situations, try to change it up to a positive situation. You know, the garden is also putting yourself out there. Don't hide your personality, or don't hide the parts of yourself that you don't love, because there is a person that will love them. Yeah, this is very beautiful. So I put this here for the man. This is the solution is the garden. Okay, so whatever this means for you, Pile 1, I hope you really like this reading, and I see you again in the next days. Bye. Hello, my Pile 2. You chose the Rider. Woo. Okay, look at this beautiful card. Wow. You are someone that is believing in the action. Yeah, action is the most important thing for you. You are someone really active in life, you know. You probably work more jobs, or you have a job where you have to be very active. I also feel that you're doing sports. I feel that you are someone who is always on the move, you know. You are never like, yeah, sitting down or relaxing, you know. Like life for you, Pile 2, means to move. Okay, so that's what I see with the Rider, because that's a very active personality. So let's see your doors. So first of all, we're getting the door for the yesterday. and that just popped out. This is your door for your yesterday. So let's see the door for your today. Oh wow, this is beautiful. This is the door for your today. And now let's see the door for your tomorrow. Oh, that was fast. Oh wow, the beach. I love that. Wow, what an interesting card. I mean, we have the beach here, yeah? It fits perfectly to this scenario, but let's see. This is so interesting. Wow, so let's talk about your past. First of all, I want to get to see what was going on in your past, and if you resonate, also your present resonates and your future will resonate. Okay, so we're going to look into this. I call this reading my like your past, your present, and your future. Really interesting. So what happened in the past here for Empire 2? What happened in the past here? Okay, there we go. Already turned around. Wheel of Fortune. A lot of changes in your life. Like your past is, like when you talk about your past, it's always about change. Like there was no like times when there was no movement. So I feel that is even one of your fears is to get stuck. I really do think so, Pile 2. And this comes from your past. Yeah, this comes from your past. We see this door of an ideal, you know, like this yellow and this beautiful garden. It looks like in a garden, like a garden house, you know, something like when you retreat and you have your yeah, you have your free time and your space to yourself. What I see here is that, especially with this card, I feel that you didn't like this. You didn't like this this atmosphere where you cannot do something, where you cannot move. So I feel this is kind of some fear that you're having, Pile 1. Maybe you had grandparents or like a couple. I see a couple that was your ideal, and but you saw them like, you know, living in their ideal world, and you kind of didn't like it. It kind of made you afraid to end up like this. Yeah, this is what I'm seeing here. I don't know, don't get me wrong, this is something where you kind of, you see how she's running to that, but kind of like you're running away from that. It's kind of the opposite, because you feel that you are also running towards this, to this like incompleteness and being stuck. Like I feel that because of that, maybe you even felt stuck in the past. Maybe there was a time where you could not really move, or you could not really do something because of outer circumstances, and that's your fear. And that's why now you're a very active personality. You know, sometimes this is transferred into the total opposite, right? When we have experienced things in life that you know, were like this. So what is the lesson that this past told you? And don't get me wrong, this is not about a past life, this is in this life. So let's see, what is the lesson that this, it was kind of like an ideal world to make you passionate, to really think, what is it that I want? The lesson was here to spark the fire, okay? Because you, as I said, you are a very active personality, so you felt like when you were stuck in this timing where everything was perfect. I feel like a picture perfect family. Everything was perfect. Everything was fine. And so this was boring. It became boring to you. It was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to end up like this. I feel like this energy. And that's why, you know, this lesson, like this picture was needed. It was needed for you to see in order to address it to yourself and to ask yourself, is this what I want? Is this ideal world what I want? Or do I want passion? And, you know, the writer is all about, you don't know where you end up the next day. You know, this is about passion. This is about going forward. That's the Knight of Wands energy. That's not sitting on the couch and watching TV. So you saw that. And it kind of like motivated you to keep going and to saying, oh my gosh, you know, I don't want this for myself. So that's where the spark, you know, this is where the spark was created. So it's basically, yeah, the spark was created because of this. Yeah, this is exactly what it taught you. Yeah, it sparked the fire inside of you. Let's get one more card. What was the outcome then in the past? Or what is important now to know for you from that past? What is important now? Because I think you are further in, yeah, the Five of Cups. What is important to know about this? It's kind of like, don't be disappointed with your life. I feel like the Five of Cups, you know, this is the disappointment energy. This is this energy where, you know, in the past you were learning, you were sparking this, but now, you know, you feel regret a lot of times, because I feel now you're very active, but you still haven't gotten to the point where you want to be, right? Pile 2. So now you might regret that you had this ideal life in the past. Maybe you're saying, oh my gosh, you know, if I have had more troubles, you know, maybe I would have learned a lot more for life. But, you know, don't regret your past. This is one of the most important things, because if you try to change things in the past, it doesn't work out, you know. You will fall into this hole. You cannot change the past. You gotta let it go. Past is past. You know, we're here now. So let's see, in your present, we have this beautiful door with all the butterflies. So there is a lot of change happening in your life right now, or a lot of change happened until now. So let's see, what is to say about the present moment. And we have the Knight of Cups. So you are very well focused right now on compassion, on bringing your cup, you know, to other people. You're someone here, especially with that that like head, that's so funny to see, but you're moving to the future. Yeah, you're moving very compassionately towards the future. You're optimistic. You think, okay, you know, my past wasn't okay. I didn't like my past that much, whatever happened, even if you had an ideal past, you know. For other people, your life could have been a fairy tale, but maybe for you, it was not something that you wanted, right? So now I think that changed. So now you're moving very beautifully. The Rider, you see? This is your present energy. And that's what I said. This is your present energy. This is very beautiful. The Rider. This means you have learned. You know, the horse is the these are all the experience or the life right now that brings you to the next stop, which is your future, right? So you have learned to tame yourself, and to not only tame yourself, but to control the things that you're thinking, because it's mostly about thoughts. Yeah, and I feel that before you might have had a lot of regrets in life, a lot of regrets about your past, that but you cannot change it, you know. That's one of the things that we need to learn. We cannot change the past, and it's important you know, to be compassionate now and to move forward with a very optimistic attitude. Okay, so let's see, what is the store all about? Like, what is the present all about now? So these butterflies, okay, the Seven of Swords. You need to transfer this running away from settling down, guys, okay? I definitely see that here. It's because you had this perfect picture in the past, and it didn't suit you in the past, but your mindset has changed, right? So it's like every time something is going right according to your past, it's like you're running away from it again, because in your mind you have to accept or you don't want to accept that there's also stuckness in life, and also things where you might not feel as if you're moving, right? I feel that there is here like a avoidant fear of you know, not being able to change your circumstances. That's what I think. Yeah, so you have to walk through this beautiful, look at this, it's like a beautiful hobbit door. It's like this door of having hope, having fantasies, you know, living the life that you want. And also, you know, sometimes we have to believe in miracles. Because I feel here in your case, Pile 2, I feel that you have lost kind of the belief in miracles again. Yeah. So let's see what that present, what is the lesson that you need to learn in this present? Yeah, letting go. It's like the devil energy. This is like your mind control. You see this? This is about you. I mean, you're moving now very controlled into the future, which speaks of you're letting go of letting other how do you say that? Letting go of other opinions and, you know, other people that try to tell you everything that you have to do, right? The devil in this case could also be like mindsets, structure, maybe even that you see your past as something that is not chaseable. Maybe even letting go of that because you don't know what's coming, right? So you're kind of letting go of all these negative thinking, of all this negative input from other people. Because I feel here you always wanted to do your own thing, but you saw, or because even you saw people in your surrounding living the life you don't want. So then you controlled yourself to not get to this point, right? And now you're learning to let go of all of this, because sometimes it's important to also have this space for fairy tales, for wonders, for miracles to come true, right? So you're letting a little bit loose, which is very nice to see. Okay, so let's see let's walk to the future. What is important in your future? What will happen? Let's see. I mean, the beach and the glass door, it's already really cool. It's like you can already see, or you already know what you want in the future. I mean, that see-through door, it's like you see what you want and you know what you want. Well, death is there too. Yeah, we know. But before that, it's choices, right? This is about all the possibilities that you have. It's not only one possibility. It's a possibility of all the different things. Yeah, so I want to take that card instead of the other one, because that's what's waiting for all of us in the future, you know. Yeah, this is about being free to make the right choice. Like, just trust yourself, you know. I feel that before you were very controlled. Okay, I have to choose this because I want to be free, or I want to have this job, so I gotta go to this college. I want to get a car, so I have to do this in order to get it. You didn't let yourself play full energy, you know. This is what I'm feeling here, pile 2, and this is changing. This is changing now, because now in the present moment, you learn to go through the door of wonders and hope. 5 of Wands, yeah, reaching for the highest flame. Yeah, this is about you always try to reach for the highest things, you know. You always try to reach the best in life, right? That's because you're haunted by, or you were haunted by your past. So what is changing? Because of this letting go, and you're not, and this card came out in reverse. So here, the reversal makes much more sense to read, because it means you're not chasing anything anymore. You just let it be. Yeah, you're just sitting at the beach and you are okay with this lifestyle. Maybe you were afraid of this boring lifestyle and you're saying, well, I don't want to end up in in a beautiful house with wife and kids. That's not the life I wanted for myself, you know. So why don't you change it up a little bit? I mean, you don't have to sit in a garden with wife and kids, you know. You can sit on the beach with, you know, traveling around the world the next day and always have a different day and wake up in a different country every day. I just exaggerate, you know. You don't have to end up here like maybe people in your life did, where you were seeing this and you were denying and you were saying, no, I don't want this for myself. So that's why you completely chased the opposite until now. Until now, the universe is changing that for you now. This is very nice to see. So that you are free of choices, that you are someone, okay, you know, whatever where my heart is, that's what I'm choosing. And I can be in stillness, I can be in quietness. It doesn't have to be boring. I can just sit on the beach and have fun. Yeah. You're transferring from this energy of the King of Swords to the King of Cups, who is someone that is, you know, like freeing their mind and just, you know, traveling on this sea and believing in the things that they want to believe in. Yeah, the King of Cups is, they're not choosing, they're meditating and they're guided by the universe. So this is where you're getting. So this is very beautiful to see. So let's see the last card. What is one more advice for my pile 2 here? What is one more advice? Mountain. Yeah, see, that's what I saw this morning. There was a saying, I read this, the mountain, and I think I upload this reading as well. I don't know on what channel it is. But there was a saying like, when you leave this earth, you're taking nothing with you than your soul. You know, you don't need to chase in life. You don't need to. You can slow down, but it doesn't mean that you end up in a garden with a white picket fence and 2 kids. Yeah, I mean, that's probably your fear. I don't know. You're running away from this. So it's kind of like, this is the blockage in your mind. You know, it's like, if you want to have a good life, you have to end up like everyone else, you know. But that's not the case. That's not the case at all. So this is about, you know, each one is climbing up the mountain differently, all right? Not every person is climbing the mountain the same, or they're going up the same mountain, yeah? And that's why you have to walk your own path, pile 2. This is very important. And settling down and being okay and having a quiet life is nothing, there's nothing wrong about it, and you can have it the way you want it, right? Because I feel here there was this fear always involved that if you get stuck, that's it, right? But there's also beauty in that. You don't have to sit in the garden, you can sit on the beach, you know. Isn't that nice? So that's the advice for today. I hope you like it, guys. Take care, and I see you next reading. Bye. Hello. Pile 3, you chose roads. Isn't that a gorgeous card? Wow, that's so idyllic. That's like, you know, vacation. That card symbolizes so many different things to me. So this is about the roads that you're taking, you know, or the roads that you're not taking. One of the most important poem, yeah, The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. I took the road less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Isn't that beautiful? So you're choosing different paths, path 3. You are someone that's walking paths that never people have treaded. You're someone that is an entrepreneur personality, a pioneer. Yeah, let's say a pioneer, because that's what pioneers are. They're walking on roads never traveled by. New roads, okay? So you are someone that's going out into the world in order to shape new paths for people to follow you, right? So you are a pioneer. So what are your doors, path 3? So let's see the door for your past. Oh wow, we have the spider door in the middle of the forest, the very like scary door. So let's see pile 2. This is not pile 2, door 2. This is your present door, okay? Very beautiful. Look at this. Wow. That's like a beautiful door. And then we have the door to your future. Oh, wow. This is spring in Japan. Love that. Wow. This is, wow, a new day. Yeah. And 2 times Japan came out when I, like these 2 cards came out, but I just want to take one. So I'm taking this one, okay? So pile 3, let's talk about your past, the spider door. What was going on? There's a lot of transformation in your past, a lot of darkness, a lot of, I don't know, this looks not nice, this door. Let's see, what is this door of this here, universe? What is this? The door of the past. And remember, you are a pioneer, pile 3. The magician, yeah. This is like the magician is about manifesting your wishes. The magician is about making magic. The magician is about manifesting. And I think you couldn't manifest anything. That's why, yeah, and now in the present, you're manifesting. Look how this look at this, guys. Look at this. This is about your manifestation. You had to manifest your change. I mean, if we look at the spider door, I mean, I edited these, or, well, I'm not editing. I told AI, you know, to do these doors, and this was a beautiful way on how this door turned out. This is almost like you had to bury your past. You had to bury your old self. Yeah, this is an emerging of a magician. You had to bury your old self, pile 3, in order to manifest the pioneer in you, the magician in you, the manifestor, the, you know, you're very powerful. You're a very powerful person. Pioneers are always very powerful because they're the first one to walk on these paths. So not many people understand them. They're walking alone most of the time. And I feel this was a burden for you in the past. A lot of burdens I see. You had to transform completely. You had to rebirth yourself in order to, yeah, to do this, right? Let's see, what was the lesson? Like, what was the lesson taught? Or why was that? What you had to learn? Page of Wands, yeah, transform yourself. See, roam free. The Page of Wands is especially that pioneer energy where you just do the things you want to do and you just walk and manifest here with the power stick. You know, you manifest your future, you jump, you are, you know, someone that is not bound by anything. You had to be like this because you're not a pioneer if you're bound by rules and expectations of people and mindsets of other people or your own rules. You know, you have to be free in order to roam. You have to believe in yourself and you have to be free of any bounds. And I feel this was something that you had to learn in the past. How did you learn that in the past? Let's see what Spirit is saying, because that spider door means that there was a lot of darkness and, yeah, a lot of heartbreak, failed relationships. Yeah, look at this. Maybe even hating yourself or, you know, not being happy with your life. A lot of unhappy, dark days here in your past. Yeah, could be that you had a depression in your past. Depressions are always related to spiritual awakenings. This is very important, okay? So you had to transform this energy into this. Like this was the lesson, and that's why you had to go through this. Because at the end, you emerged like this, which led to the present moment. Yeah, where you step through that door and you're saying, well, I'm not bound anymore. I do my own thing and I don't care anymore about anything around myself, you know, because if you're still in your, if you are still in this energy of the past, you cannot move really. You have to be free like this. And this doesn't mean that you have to, you know, you jump around every day and you do different things. It just means that you, in your mind, you're free like this. In your mind, you don't let yourself bound by breaking hearts and by failed relationships and by people that want to tell you how you should do something. Because that's not a pioneer spirit, right? You had to transform to that pioneer. And that's why the universe brought you, especially with the Magician, in the first half of your life, or I don't know, depends on what your past is when you watch this reading. That's why they brought you all this pain. There's a lot of pain here, I'm feeling. Like in the present, it's done. In the present, it's transformed. If you're still going through pain, it will be transformed soon, okay? Well, let's see, what is the present all about? Yeah, you're birthed new. You're birthed anew, the Fool, the first card of the deck. Wow. This is like you're carefree of nature. You had to be like this, you know, or you have to be like this. A fool is a pioneer. Because if he wouldn't be a fool, he wouldn't be a pioneer. Because pioneers have to be fools, right? I mean, they are the first one to walk these paths. So, of course, they make a lot of mistakes. And in order to be like this, you don't have to be afraid of nothing. You don't have to be afraid of your own mind, of your own rules, or of rules of other people. You just have to do it. Because if you're not a fool, you know, and you always do according to what everyone else is doing, then you're not free, you're stuck, right? So now you're like a new person and you're saying, well, you know, I walk through the door and this is going to bring me a beautiful new life. So pile 3, you are being born right now. This is really gorgeous. And there's so much hope. Look at this green dress. The green dress is always about hope. So let's see, what does it look like? Like, what is the big event in your present right now? Like, why are you the Fool? These are too many cards. I just want one card. Why are you the Fool? Pile 3, why are you the Fool? Why are you the Fool, pile 3? Yeah, because you love yourself and you are open. You carry your heart in front of yourself. You know, you pray a lot. I feel you're very one with the universe. The Ace of Cups, you have the love, the ultimate love in your hands. Yeah. This is beautiful to see. And that's why, you know, other people say you're a fool. Yeah, of course, you know, people that carry that ever-burning heart, that love, that unconditional love. Of course, people say they are fools, but actually they're not, right? So let's see, what is the lesson, or what is the lesson that needs to be learned in the present? The Lovers. Being one with your decisions, you know, even finding your person, because I see that here it's also loving yourself with all your dark and your light side, yeah, uniting the dark and the light, manifesting with the arrow here, and not the arrow and the bow. Believe in love, yeah. The lesson here in the present moment is believe that the universe is taking care of you. If you don't have anyone, believe that the universe is your lover. The universe will take care of you. Very beautiful. It's about being naked and trust. Yeah, being naked is being authentic, and trust the universe, trust your life. Walk through that door and be happy. Okay, let's see what the future holds though. This is now more important, because look at this. This is the door you're walking through now. This is like you're walking through and you're saying, well, you know, I have done a lot of healing. I have done a lot of transforming. I have done enough. Now I'm walking through the door, and, you know, I'm loving myself with unconditional love no matter what happened in the past. So let's see, what is the... we have the Emperor. I will take the Emperor. There's also the Knight of Swords coming out. This is about speaking up. You're speaking up. The Emperor is about, this is shaping your own world, you know, being the emperor of your own life, taking control of your own life. The Emperor could also mean that in the future your partner is living in a different country. I definitely see that you have to be a fool and travel somewhere else. Yeah, maybe to Japan. I do feel that the Emperor is waiting for you in a different country, and this is in the future. Could be your twin flame, because we're talking about soul bonds, soul connections here, okay? So what is the big event happening here in the future for my pile 3? What is the big event? The Fool. This is crazy. Yeah, letting yourself fall into the future. Yeah, this is exactly what we have here. Because you did this, because you walked away from your problems, because you pioneered in whatever field. You were the first one. Yeah, you know, you are the emperor of your life. The emperor is someone who, you know, they walk their own path. They rule. The emperor unites all the kings. So he rules his world. We also see this with this big gate here. It's almost like you're walking through this gate of creating your own future, creating your own space. What else is said about this future? Let's see what else is said about this future. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. Yes, being independent, making your own money, you know, birthing yourself. This is about you being confident with your life, you being happy with your life, you earning money, you being on your own, you know, you're stable on your own. You are the emperor. You shaped your life. You pioneered in that field. And because of that, you're happy. And maybe you're meeting this emperor. And this is your future. Isn't that beautiful? So let's get one advice for my pile. Okay, that was fast. Oh, wow, the moon. Wow, believe in dreams. Yeah. The answer here is believe in yourself, believe in dreams, believe in the unknown, believe in that, you know, the universe will guide your boat towards this emperor, towards this beautiful future that you're having. And don't be afraid to pioneer. Don't be afraid to be the first one who's doing it. Okay? Wow, what a beautiful reading, pile 3. So that's all what I'm having, guys. I see you in the next days. Take care. Bye. So, hello, pile 4. You chose the Clover. So the Clover is all about being lucky. The Clover is all about being happy, being lucky. It's either that you are someone that is very lucky always in life, you know, that you are someone where the tree is always blossoming, like wherever you are, the tree is always blossoming. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. Or it could be the whole different story, but you're chasing this, where the tree is always blossoming, yeah, because you don't have this luck in your life. Let's see what it is. This depends on, you know, there are many people who choose that pile. So it could be either or, you know, I cannot tell you this. So let's see the doors. What is the door of your past? So we're getting 3 doors. Oh, wow, what's going on? Oh, wow, that is beautiful. Like, wow, this immediately, look at this. That's like immediately giving me like a rose red colored glasses, like, whoa, you know, big gate. You're protected by the spiritual world. You're protected. Wow. Let's see the present door though. Yeah, we have this again, this purplish pinkish color. Look, all of these cards are like this. Let's see your future. Oh, wow. And then we have the gates of Atlantis. What is this? That's like a fairy tale in your future. Like, that's like something, wow. This is a big pile here because I've never seen these doors coming out like all together. Like, that's crazy. There's a future here, like, you know, same color as your past. And then we have here this big gate to wherever you're going. You know, this is like something, wow. What is this? The Clover could also be about little things, that you're a very happy personality and you are happy about little things in life. So let's see, what is the big event in the past that shaped this beautiful past that we see here? So let's see what card comes out. You see this beautiful gate. Okay. Wow. Justice. Wow, this is beautiful. Well, what is justice all about? Well, the thing is, you had a wonderful past, and you feel like you deserve this past. Okay, there's nothing to say. Like, you are someone, when you talk about your past, you can talk about in all these beautiful colors. Like, you know, you really love talking about this. The Justice card also means that you know, everything was balanced. There was nothing like not many dramas happening, or not many too crazy things happening. It was all balanced out. It was a nice, beautiful, like this here, you know, like a path. You could walk the path that was shaped for you. You know, the universe was looking out for you. You probably had a wonderful childhood with your parents there, your grandparents there, like the ideal childhood. Yeah, very beautiful. And with the Justice card, I mean, it feels as if this was a protection from the universe. Why? We'll see. Why was this justice there in your past with this beautiful door? Like, what was the big event happening for my pile 4 with this Judgment again? I feel here even like you did something crazy in a past life, that this beautiful childhood was like a adjusted, that came like a karma, a good karma that came because you did something wonderful in a past life. Or this could also be like a gift that you explored. This could be when you awakened. I mean, when we watch this reading, the past doesn't mean it's from when you were a child. It could mean just until now, yeah, the last 5 years. So if I would watch this reading, for me, this would be my awakening, you know, the wonderful event that happened. And suddenly the whole world turned around, and it looks like, you know, when I look at this, it looks so beautiful with all these flowers, and, you know, like something came out of yourself. Like something that was always inside of you with the Justice card came out with a Judgment. It's like justice and then came judgment, right? What is the lesson that you had to learn with this? What is the lesson, or what is the universe wanting to tell you with this past? King of Swords, you're the king of the world, right? He always sits on top of this mountain. Yeah, to see who you are, because you've forgotten. I feel you've forgotten who you were from your past lives, because not a lot of people can see their past lives in this life, right? So this was about bringing yourself justice, bringing the king in you justice, bringing this guy justice, your masculine energy that was this ruler here, yeah, sitting on top of this mountain, being very rough, and you know, you could accomplish anything, but this gotten lost. This image or this knowledge has gotten lost when you came to this world. So you probably were like a ruler in a past life, like someone who brought a lot of good things to people, because otherwise you would have gotten bad karma. But here I see a lot of good karma, a lot of good things happening, and whatever happened in this past, it led you right to this door, to the future. It's almost the past and the future are connected, and you're like in the middle. Whatever happened with this event that brought out the King of Swords, or brought justice to you as the King of Swords, was indirectly connected to the future. So let's see what this is. Now we're curious, right? What is this? What is this event now? Oh my gosh. Not the Fool again. We already had the Fool in the last pile. I want to see a different card now. Let's see. Okay, the Three of Wands. Yeah, you're waiting for your perfect timing to arrive, right? You're in a waiting position right now, pile 4, sorry, by 4. You're waiting for your future. Oh my gosh. See, this is like a pilgrim, like someone that has, you know, justice has been brought. You walked, or there was something coming out, like a gift, or, you know, something like a path that you always wanted to go. And you walked this path, and now, because I said these both are united, now you're waiting on this. You're waiting on this future that belongs to your awakening. So let's see, how does that in the present, what is the reason you still have to wait for this? Because this is what the end goal is then. This is some kind of wisdom from a past life. I feel that is, you're basically lucky that you are this personality. Let's see though, why is it waiting there in the here and now? Why are we waiting for the future? Seven of Swords. A lot of betrayal. A lot of dark thoughts. It's like you're not completely healed yet. There is a lot of dark energy forces, because I feel you're someone very important, someone very special for the universe. So there are also dark forces coming at you, right? This is the card of when, and this always comes in form of thoughts, you know. This is never that like a real, like something real is attacking. This is like in form of thoughts, because you're waiting around for this future. It's like you want to walk through the door of the future. It's almost like as if you want to combine the past and the future, but not the here and now. And that's why the universe lets you wait. Because you cannot jump from the past to the future, right? Because you want to do this. I feel you want to do this pile for, yeah, you already saw your future here, this why you were awakened. You already saw that. And you're like, well, I don't want my present now. I want to go to the future, right? Pile 4, you don't want your present. I do see that, yeah. And that's why the universe says, well, you know, but you gotta, what is the, how can you best learn this lesson in the present right now? How can you best learn this present? By moving slowly, yeah. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight. You see, he even walking. He's not sitting on a horse. So he doesn't have much, yeah. So it could be that whatever resources you need in order to get to this door, you don't have it. It's like the universe is withholding it to you because you want to jump right from there to there. But this is not possible. It's almost as if you want to skip the present. And we all know, a lot of us want to skip the present, right? I totally agree with this pile. Because a lot of times we're just sitting there and I'm helping you guys with my readings and everything. But it's just, you know, it's just the same all over again. And you're like tired. You want to go where you were supposed to be, right? That's exactly. So let's see what the future holds here. For my pile 4. What is the future? What is the, oh wow, yeah, the manifestation of your wish. See, I told you. You become the magician. You were reminded that you are the magician in your past, and now, you know, you're pilgriming. You're pilgriming to the magician. It's the magician turn around. You see this? It's like it's not time yet to turn around and to face yourself. It's not time yet. This is what happens in the future here. This is when all the magic comes through and you walk through the door of the ultimate manifestation that you always wanted. Let's see what this is though. We are curious. We want to know what this ultimate manifestation is. Let's put this back because that was like 2 cards. I just want 1 card. Yeah, the happiness, the twin flame card, the celebration, the 4 of Wands is like the happiness. You're waiting for your own happiness to arrive, pile 4. Yeah, this is your happiness. It's like you're I feel you are someone that is walking alone this path here in the present. You are walking it alone, and that's why you can't wait to turn to the future where everything is bright. And we all know that's like a very hard sword to carry, a very hard truth, because no one can jump from the past to the future. There's always, we have to walk through this gate of the present. But you want to go and find that door in the present where you can skip to the future. So why or when will be this door available? When will this big door be available for my pile 4? Let's see. Okay, when your chapter is closed. Okay, there has to be a closing of a chapter here with the 10 of Wands. There has to be, like, you have to walk to the end here in the present. It's like you cannot skip. You have to walk steady up the mountain. Yeah, 10 of Wands. You have to finish first another cycle before you begin this happiness cycle. When you walk through the doors of, this almost looks like Atlantis, like something that you have manifested and created all by yourself. But before that, you have to walk this path. You cannot just skip it. Because you want to skip the 10 of Wands and go back to the 4 of Wands, right? Because if you take out the 6 of Wands, it goes to the 4 of Wands. So this is about, you have to walk. You cannot ride on your horse, because the 6 of Wands, if you take it out, the 6 of Wands is this card where he rides on the horse and all the success is him. It's like you won't be successful until you have walked the path on your own, right? You cannot just get something from the universe and then you're like, oh yeah, now I'm sitting on my horse and now I'm moving to the future. No, there has to be hardships here. And I feel this is your present moment, and that's why you want to skip it, right? So let's see one advice here from the universe for you, Pile 4. Oh wow, that was fast. Yeah, the child. This is about sometimes we souls are so innocent that we just think in childish terms, and as I said before, children are powerful manifestors. Children are powerful souls that have not forgotten everything from their past lives, from their from the past. Children can communicate that spiritual world to the earth. Okay, so an advice is to think like a child, but also face the consequence, like not run away. It's like, see yourself as a child that you walk through life. And, in order to grow up, you also have to go through hardships. No teenager is jumping from like 10 to 20, for example. You have to walk through these hardships. You have to walk through this pilgrimage in order to go or get to the future. Okay? So let yourself be guided. Be a child means let yourself be guided by spirit. Like, don't think spirit is, knocking you out. They just want to help you. Okay? So that's all what I'm having, Pile 4. I hope you like this reading. Take care, and I see you. Bye.